So these are the two of the very nice ladies that met getting my jab. Very kindly stopped to talk to me, and we're happy to be filmed. So you're going to see me driving from my house to Clacton, which is about a 20-mile drive. Don't worry, it's not going to be the whole drive. And I'm going to cut bits out because of taking people's number plates, which I'm a bit wary about doing. So as you can see, this is my hometown and I'm getting out on the main road.
Yeah, I could have been there ready for you now, couldn't I?
Go right on the roundabout.
I have got the sat-nav on. I do know the way, but I just wanted to try it because I've not used it much, this car.
300 yards, cross the roundabout, second exit, B1352, main.
So you might wonder why I'm ignoring the sat-nav. It's just really because I'm going my own way. And luckily they do change very quickly nowadays to get a new route, so it's certainly worth doing.
Follow B1414 for 6 miles.
So I'll shut up now and let you enjoy the route, and I do make comments as I was driving, so I hope they're not too bad for you, alright?
Oh dear. Lady gone over by the look of it, the right hand side. Other people with her. Dangers in this weather, isn't it? These pavements look awful. We are, you see, you never know, do you?
After 300 yards, turn left, B1414, Harwich Road.
Oh, here we are, roadworks. Oh dear, got somebody coming up behind me now, so I'm going to upset them by driving slow like I am at the moment. It's the slowest I've ever driven, I think. Along this road, anyway. So much for the sensors on the top of it. They don't work very well, do they? Oh, there we are.
After 250 yards, turn left. First exit, then, after 70 yards, turn right. Turn right, B1414, Station Road.
Getting a bit warm in this car, just turn the heating down a bit. really seen the roads as empty before. Could be something to do with the lockdown. It's here, but I could see it happening. Not
Turn
so much.
left.
Not so much this way, but when you're coming back, you have to do a right with a complete bend, blind bend to your right as well. Well, to your left, really. Yeah.
Third exit.
This is where the sat nav is taking me a different way to when I go to Clacton. I just go straight over where that Former Forge is gone. But this time I shall do a shots. I do believe we're nearly there.
After 250 yards, you have reached your destination on your right.
The course of action now is to find somewhere to park. I think I'm just going to park up here for a little while. Well, I think it's time for my cup of tea. But I've got my GoPro camera with me as well, so I might just film the sea a bit for you. So I hope you enjoyed this little trip. Very snowy, as you can see, but not bad. One slide, I suppose. That's all we had. So I'm going to turn you off now, I'm afraid. Bye bye, everybody. Always a bus tick called Basel. Well, hello, everybody. I'm sitting in my car, and I've just made my fresh cup of tea. I bought everything with me: hot water, milk, tea bag, sweetener, and a spoon. And I'll just show you the tea down there. So that's looking very inviting. So I think I'm going to have a swig of that. So while I'm doing that, I'll show you the view out the side of the car. I don't know what you can see here, but it's basically quite reasonably rough. Lots of white horses out there, and you can probably see in the distance the wind turbines whirling away. Should be getting a good bit of power out of those, I would think. So I will go outside in a minute when I've drunk my tea, and it tastes nice. You know, if you make your tea in your thermos flask, you know, so put all the everything you want in it with the milk, and then you put it in the thermos. It tastes, doesn't it? I think it does anyway. And I do like a freshly brewed cup of tea. So I bought this because one of the things they say in the brochures and that with this jab is there won't be any refreshments on the go, apparently. So anyway, I'm going to turn you off for a minute while I enjoy my tea, and I'll see you outside in a minute, alright? So I'm just about to get out of the car and show you the delights of Clacton-on-Sea. This is my sat-nav screen. I wanted to, although I obviously knew the way to Clacton, I wanted to try this because I've not had much chance to use the car. But with all the lockdowns we've had, and even if you can go anywhere, nothing's open, is it? So it's not good. So I'm going to go outside. I'm not sure you're going to be able to hear me talk because it looks a bit windy out here, and I think we're going to get a lot of wind noise. So we'll see how we go. All right, everybody. Cheers. See you in a minute. So just, I'm in a Corsa, if you were wondering what the car is. Quite a nice car. Quite enjoying it. But yes, I haven't been able to use it very much. So if I show you the pavements, if you can hear me, lovely, let's see what it's like to walk on. Crisp and even, well, crisp, not very even. So we'll walk along here. So yes, it's quite a strong wind. Compare the pavements to the road. Maybe that wind's blowing me over to the one side. Yeah, anyway. So sort of makes you wonder. They clear all the roads for us, but they don't do the payments, and people are, as we saw in the little incident on the way here where the lady had fallen over, they're the people that are likely to end up in hospital, aren't they? Yes, people on the roads will, but you know, live in a nice comfortable car. As I have been until now. So here we come to the front. So if I can raise it up, there's the pier, and as you can see, quite a dramatic scene. Very grey, isn't it? Suppose we've had some sun out today. We've had a little bit out. So I just thought I'd show you this, but I think you could call that a very wintry scene. Sorry for this sudden shock. So I think what I'm going to do now, I'm going to turn this off. I'm going to have a walk up to see where I've got to go in the hospital, so that I know when I walk out what to do. It passes time. But I'd rather have been here early than fighting to get here, because you don't really know what the roads are like. Although I did do a little exploratory run on a part of it yesterday, just to check that they were clear. So see you later on. Cheers everybody. Bye. So this is where I got to come to get the vaccination, and we'll start walking and I'll talk about it. So as you can see, this pavement is really clear and it's all been gritted, which is good. And if you look at the official stuff on the internet, it says to arrive 5 minutes before your appointment. Now my appointment is 11:15, and it's now 10:20. Now the very nice lady at the actual hospital entrance, who funnily enough, her daddy is a massive model railway enthusiast, which is weird, isn't it? Obviously a volunteer, standing out in the cold, helping people, so we had a good chat. And they're basically saying just go down and queue, and there's a big queue outside now. I've asked another lady at the queue, and she's basically said that yes, come and queue. So that's a load of nonsense on the website. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going back to the car, get me paperwork, and we'll see how we go. You're not in it, you're alright. Unless you want to be.
I don't mind. Hello.
So this is a very nice lady whose dad is a massive train enthusiast. So she's going to look at my website and see herself on YouTube.
I am, thank you sir.
I've got 1,000 subscribers.
I'll be one of them. Thank you,
Right,
sir.
okay, cheers. Well, that's nice of her. So it does help. You obviously have to be very careful who you film, haven't you? There's a doctor's car to the right of me. So this is all good here, isn't it? It's not bad. So am I going to get in the car and drive down that road and park, or am I going to leave the car where it is? So rambling again. So if I go up, oh hang on, there's a car. Don't want the car in the way. So see the road. So there we are. So we come to the end of the cleared path. Look, and there's my car over there. So this is what we're walking on. Yes, that's that flag. Look. So I'll just show you what this is like. I think it's basically a sheet of ice, and fairly slippery. So it's just a case of concentrating, he says. That's what I'm doing. Keeping dead upright. Small steps. And all the traffic goes, I go across to the car and get my stuff and go and stand in the queue in the cold, which for 70-year-old people seems a bit silly, but so I'm going to turn you off now while I sort myself out. I've got to walk all the way back and we'll see how we go. Alright? So here I am in the queue, waiting. Everybody's looking at me because they're wondering what the hell I'm doing. I'm filming for YouTube. Yeah, talking to myself. Yeah, I'm good at that. Do it all the time. I've got nobody else to talk to. So I've just been told to stand in this queue for an undetermined amount of time, and we'll see what happens. And we'll see how long it takes. But at the moment, I'm about 3/4 of an hour early for my appointment. So we'll see how it goes.
You'll probably get yours on time.
Yeah, I probably would. Although they, as I said before, on the website they tell you to arrive 5 minutes before your appointed time. So then if you end up on a queue like this, it's ridiculous, isn't it? So I'm pleased I'm here. Obviously don't want to film the people, it's not right. So I'm going to turn off now and I'll let you know after I've had it, hopefully. Oh, I've still got my tea with me, so I can have another cup of tea if I want. Cheers everybody. Bye. So I'm still waiting for my jab. I've progressed from that queue there, and I'm now in the barriers part. And I'm out of battery. Oh, well. So I've had my jab, it's alright, I had my cup of tea in there. Too bad, I think this battery's about to run out. So yeah, it's all good, you know, all that standing in the cold and whatever for 2 seconds of the jab, but if it was any longer than that, then obviously the queues would be longer outside, so worked well. So I'll see you when I get back to the car. Cheers everybody, bye. Well, hello everybody, I'm back at the car now. Uneventful walk with the ice and the snow, and the sun's almost coming out, so that was pretty good. So I'm not going to film the journey home, it's not really worth it. And as I say, my GoPro's nearly run out of power, so that'd be too bad. So yeah, all in all, except for standing out in the cold for, I don't know, half an hour, it was fine. So no fears at all, I would say. To see how my arm does with it. But yeah, great. So signing off now. I hope you've enjoyed this. And we'll get back to trains next time. But it's all part of, you know, being us, isn't it, really? We've got to get this jab so that we can carry on with life normally, hopefully, soon. Cheers, everybody. Cheers. Bye. Well, hello, everybody. I'm back home. It's about 25 minutes to 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Drive home was, we had a bit of snow on the way back, a little bit flurry. More traffic, a bit more traffic, but otherwise uneventful. So what do I think of the whole experience? I think it's pretty good. I mean, except for actually having to stand out in the cold, I don't see any alternative really. You can't really have everybody in a room, can they? You know, social distancing and all that. All the people that I dealt with were really pleasant, really nice, very helpful, and you know, giving up their time and doing this is magic, isn't it? My arm is, I would say, slightly stiff at the moment, but that could be from driving. I haven't done a lot of driving, have I? So I'm going to now have some lunch, have my sandwich, and I think this afternoon I'll have a go at editing this and see how I'm getting on. But overall, yeah, not a bad experience. And apparently I did say that I've got to go to Ipswich for my second one in May. But apparently you can go on the website and reorder it if you want and get it more local. I mean, I might just leave it. I mean, I don't mind a drive to Ipswich. The one thing I would say that is a bit misleading on the information that you get before you go is that they would like you to arrive 5 minutes before your appointment. Now, as it happened, I got in at about 10 past 11 and my appointment was 11:15.
So if I'd have arrived at 11:10, there was a flaming great queue outside, about as long as it was when I queuing. So that doesn't quite work. So I'm really pleased I went early and inquired and did it that way. So anyway, I know it's not railways, but I hope it's of interest. That's all I'll say. I know it's a bit late because most of us have had it, but whatever. Cheers, everybody. Cheers.